Good afternoon, friends. It is March 27th, and I'm going to show you guys how I would fill out this story elements sheet. Now, remember, this is not required, but this can help when you're reading a story to remember what's going on. So you can fill it out at the end of the story, or you can fill it out at the end of a chapter if you're reading a chapter book. And so I have a couple friends here that are going to listen to the story and kind of respond to questions when I have, and they should listen quietly. So we're going to read The Pout Pout Fish in the Big Big Dark. Okay, it's written by Deborah Deason. Its pictures are by Dan Hanna. Okay. So, here we are, The Pout Pout Fish in the Big Big Dark. Okay, we'll zoom in just a little bit. A doozy of a drowsy made Miss Clam yawn. Then a big current whooshed, and her pearl was gone. I may read like this. This could help. Mr. Fish swam forth. Miss Clam, don't weep. I will find your pearl. That's a promise I'll keep. He swooped through the water, swishing close to the sand, and he eyed every inch of the busy bottom land. He found a mucky marble where he thought the pearl might be. Then a hidden voice whispered, "It's further out to sea." So he swam a little deeper where the light grew dimmer. As his heart fluttered, Mr. Fish grew grimmer. I'm fast as a sailfish. I'm strong as a shark. I'm smart as a dolphin. But I'm scared of the dark. Aww, yeah. He kept on searching all along the ocean floor. Through a reef, through a wreck, swimming far from the shore. Mr. Fish felt a pout poach on his hope. Then a whisper from before. Then the whisper from before said, "It's down beyond the slope." So he swam a little deeper where the light grew dimmer. As his heart fluttered, Mr. Fish grew grimmer. I'm fast as a sailfish. I'm strong as a shark. I'm smart as a dolphin, but I am scared of the dark. Oh, bless you. A whirl of wriggly worms made a search team swirl, and they helped with the hunt for the gone pearl. But nothing was discovered. Mr. Fish felt despair. Then a soft voice whispered, "In the trench, check there." So he swam a little deeper where the light grew dimmer. As his heart fluttered, Mr. Fish grew grimmer. Always with the phone. I'm fast as a sailfish. I'm strong as a shark. I'm smart as a dolphin, but I'm scared of the dark. I won't keep swimming in this heap deep black. I know I made a promise, but this fish is heading back. Then a whisper, now familiar, whisked away his dread. You can do it, Mr. Fish, her sweet voice said. Though there wasn't any light, not the smallest slim glimmer, Mr. Fish felt braver. Cheered on by Miss Shimmer. 2 are faster than a sailfish. 2 are stronger than a shark. 2 are smarter than a dolphin. 2 are bigger than the dark. So they swam down together, holding fin to fin, when suddenly, amazingly, light shone in. Mr. Fish said yes, Miss Shimmer shouted yay. There's Miss Clam's pearl. Hooray, hooray. They smooched Mr. Lantern. They smiled as they swam, weaving back through the water to a happy Miss Clam. The whole gang gathered, feeling glorious and proud. They swam in a circle as they sang out loud. The ocean is wide, the ocean is deep, but friends help friends. That's a promise we keep. We are bigger. Big, yes, bigger. Bigger, always big, big, bigger.
Because
than the dark. Awesome. And so, I'm going to look at my sheet now that we finished our story. And our first section is characters here. So, friend 1, can you tell me the name of a character in that story that we could write down?
Miss Clam.
Miss Clam. Yep, that's a character. Are there any other characters? What about you, Helper 2?
A character went deep down.
Yeah, what was that character's name?
Glimmer.
Glimmer? Okay. It's close. What was the glimmering character's name? Do you remember?
Miss Fish.
Not Miss Fish.
Sailfish. Miss Lantern.
There's a lanternfish, yep. And then there was a Mr.
Fish.
Yep, there was a Mr. Fish. And then it was Miss
Shimmer.
Yes, Miss Shimmer. You were close, Izzy. Oh, did you say Shimmer?
Yes.
Did you say Shimmer?
Yeah.
I thought you said Glimmer. All right, so the setting, remember, is where the story takes place. So what would our setting be if we wrote down our setting? Where did that story take place, Oliver?
With Pound Fish with a lot of animals.
There's a lot of animals, but where were those animals? Do you remember?
The sandy seafloor and in
sandy
holes.
seafloor. Sandy seafloor. Where else? They went down into a deep, dark
trench.
Yep, they went down into a trench.
And
great job. You can help me with the next one. So you don't have to put every single setting, just a couple, kind of just to remind you where you're at.
Yeah, kind of this.
Okay.
Izzy, I think you don't want to do that.
The plot is telling us what happened first, what happened next or then, and what happened last. So what happened first, Isabella? What happened very first?
He went down deeper.
Did that happen first? No, something happened. Somebody lost something. What happened?
He lost his Glimmer.
Oliver, can you help her out?
Miss Clam lost her pearl.
Yes, lost her pearl. And then what happened?
And he was about to find it.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty. I'll get my water out there. Exit out. Be right back.
So I'm getting a thing really quick. So next what would happen was Mr. Fish looked for it. And then last, he found it with help and returned it. Sorry about all that noise towards the end, but that's kind of how you would fill those out just to help you retain. Thanks, guys. So I think I fixed the thing that was beeping a whole bunch. So, I know we ended really quickly. So the plot first, then, and last.
I'm here now.
Thank you, Izzy. It doesn't have to be exact, and you don't need to write a whole bunch of paragraphs. I want to say thank you to my helpers. Thank you. Helper 1.
What are you doing?
Helper 1's a little grumpy. And then thank you, Helper 2. And thank you guys. And then this is bye again.
Bye.